Hey everybody, welcome back to Sunset Wildlife Connections YouTube vlog channel. My name is Margaret. So if you guys have been following our crazy Florida weather, you guys just saw in the intro a couple of days of kind of it melting day by day, and there is still snow. You can't really see behind me, you can see a little bit like over here, but there is still snow, but it is almost all gone. I would probably say maybe like looking around, I'd probably say there's about 10% of it left, and we are on Saturday, January 25th, and the storm was on Tuesday, January 21st, so we're like 4 days out from the storm. It took a lot longer to melt than I expected. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to walk around and say hi to some of the outside animals and check on everybody. I did have my zookeeper Michaela here today. The first day I've had help since Sunday last week. So it's been an exhausting week, and I'll talk a little bit more about that while we walk around. So first up, again, this is our very large oak tree. It's kind of a staple here at our animal rescue. And it is all gone and melted. The pigeons, we'll go start with them. They did really well. I just fed them a lot of food, which I was feeding them about an average of an ounce per bird. So there's 7 of them, so I fed them 7 ounces of bird seed. That's breeding behavior that you're seeing, even though I'm pretty sure those are both boys. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe he's just being territorial. But anyway, so they are doing really well. There's another boy coming down now. I think that they're just being dominant over that Cyclops right there. Cyclops and Cupid, and I don't know who the other bird was down there earlier. But anyways, so they are doing really well. Again, this looks super janky, and it is super janky. But you know what? It works, and it worked for this year. It worked for today. We are going to build them something bigger this year and get them into something more permanent, something that they can fly around a lot more in. And then something that, in the future, we can kind of just wrap, like if you look at our encounter center behind me, this is all like vinyl wrapping around all of it. So we're going to do the same thing with their coop. So that'll be kind of the long-term goal for these guys, but they did do really well. Obviously these guys are pretty hardy, but these ones were born in Florida, so they are not used to it. These are not New York City pigeons. But yeah, I'm also going to show you guys the parrots, but all the parrots are out of their cages and enclosures back outside. So I will show you guys them in a minute, but my zookeeper was able to deep clean all of this. Oh my gosh, it was such a crazy mess. So I'm so glad that we are done with the birds being inside. Okay, next is our tortoise exhibit. So the tortoises have not been out here, although they probably almost could have gone out today because it was pretty warm. I did not put them out yet. We may end up putting them back out tomorrow, but it did do really well, even though a giant piece of this tree fell from right there. I moved it actually earlier, but I'm gonna have to pull it with a vehicle because there's no way I could pull that by myself. It is a very large branch. So what happened, if you guys look at some of the footage from before, a lot of the snow was on the trees and it weighed down a lot of the branches. And I'm actually surprised that this was the only branch that fell. All the other trees did really well, considering that they never have snow on them. So I was actually quite surprised that this was we still have Christmas stuff out. We have to put all that away. We just didn't have time because obviously there were higher priorities during the crazy storm. But yeah, so it did fare pretty well, which is good. Besides this crazy tree branch that we're going to have to move by tomorrow. We have a birthday party on property tomorrow. So we've kind of been trying to get things cleaned up and ready. So we did have our 2 goats. I am going to pull this tomorrow as well. This like secondary shelter that I kind of made. I'm actually doing personal laundry and I have to share the laundry with the animals. And because I went through so much clothes, I've been literally taking up the laundry all day. So we're not going to pull it today. But hi, this is Lucy. Lucy is a Nigerian dwarf. Her actually full name is Lucy Leia. It is. Look at her pretty blue eyes though. Isn't she beautiful? She's a very beautiful goat. Yes, you are. Hi. You're so sweet. You're distracting me. Lucy here has kind of a crazy story. She was abandoned by her mom, and the rancher was not going to take care of her. He was just going to let nature be nature, and somebody was like, no, 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 please let me have her. So he just gave her to her, and the lady was in an apartment. So obviously you can't raise a goat in an apartment. So she was turned in and obviously had to give up her goat. Then she went to a couple other facilities where she was jumping in. She went to a place here in Florida where they have alligators, and she was jumping, following the zookeepers she was jumping the goat fence and then following the zookeepers into the gator pens, which is obviously not safe. And then she was also at a dog training facility, but she was doing the same thing, jumping the fences and then following the trainers into the dog training pens, which again is not good because some dogs are great with other animals, but I'm sure know, some dogs are not. So she definitely could have gotten herself very hurt. So she came here and has been doing great here ever since. We also do have another goat. Where are you? Hi, Boki. So that's Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan is very pregnant, so I am going to be doing a video on her. If she doesn't pop soon, I'll probably just do like a prep video. But if she does end up popping, I'm going to show you guys obviously everything that we do, everything that we're going to do for her and for them. And we'll see. I kind of think she might have twins. She's very large for being pregnant, and she does not even show signs of labor yet. So I kind of think she might have twins. But not a lot of snow left in here. There's a little bit left in that corner where it's very shaded, but a lot of the snow has melted. And especially yesterday, it was very wet and like muddy just because there was so much snow that had to soak into the ground. But I did deep clean their house very well yesterday, so they, again, don't have, a lot of snow left. So that's good. Right, Lulu? Yeah, good girl, Lulu. But just going back to how crazy it is running and working at an animal sanctuary. I did make a post about it, a community post, if you want to check it out. Some of just like the photos, and I talk a little bit more about it as well. But it was very exhausting. I am not even really a winter person in general. It's my least favorite season. And I grew up in Chicago and I moved to Florida, so I didn't have to be in the snow. So not that I'm not complaining or anything like that. I just want to express to you guys that this is a lifestyle. And while all of my friends were out sledding and making snowmen and playing in the snow, I was out here working. I was knocking out frozen waters. I mean, you guys saw all the crazy stuff we had to do. We had to check on heaters. I added tons of shavings. I was out in the weather, probably a lot more than other people were out in the weather, and I was not playing. I actually didn't really play in the snow at all. The only time that I actually did anything in the snow was like enjoyable was going on the nature trail, which you guys saw. I think in part 2 you guys saw that. So that was really fun. Jack. Where's all your snow? So let's look at Jack. So this is Captain Jack Sparrow. He does not have very much snow left. He liked the snow. You're going to play in it? You're so silly. But I think he's kind of glad to have his house back because obviously it's very cold, and he's also a Floridian. So I think that it was kind of hard for him to... What are you doing? So I think that it was kind of hard for him to like really move around his enclosure. Oh, you're so cute. A little bouncing. You're very cute. Come here. You beautiful little kitten. Hi. This is my favorite place to take pictures of him. Just because he's like so photogenic right here. Whee! Where you going? But he did very well. He did have a heater. It is turned off now because it's like about 60 degrees, which is kind of crazy that it's 60 degrees and there's still not melted snow. So it's kind of wild, actually. Are you going to bounce at us? You are? Jack. Whee! Hi! You're so freaking cute. Playing and running. You're so cute. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. I just love you so much. Silly. Look at how much snow is like still here though. Like it's still just like crazy, like I was saying. So the foxes, you guys saw a lot of footage of them. They did super well too. I only saw Megan back there. So this is Michael J and Megan if you're new. Michael J was an extreme neglect case, and Megan in the back there sleeping was a fur farm rescue. So they both did well. I saw Megan kind of shivering maybe twice. I shook out her blankets and put her blankets back, and then she stopped shivering, which I know I said it a million times. Shivering is normal for animals. That is how they stay warm. You just have to fuel it. So you just have to give them more food. I gave them extra protein this week to try to help, which protein meaning I give them raw chicken and raw fish. And so I gave them extra protein to try to help them also maintain their body weights. And they have those big, thick coats. So even with like the big, thick blankets, these guys fared very well. MJ was like, what is happening around me in the snow? It was really cute because he is from Florida. She is not. The fur farm was in Minnesota, so she's very used to snow. But MJ here had never seen that before in his life. He probably never will again. He had a blast playing in it and having so much fun. So that was really cute to see. But both of them did very, very well. Next is Mr. Owl. Hi, Hoot. You a hoot? You got some chicks that you're eating. Yeah. You're very beautiful. Yes, you are. So King here also had a blast. He is a Eurasian eagle owl. Eurasian eagle owls are from Eurasia, so Europe and Asia. Both of those areas are very cold. He literally lives in areas like the Himalayas and very cold, snowy areas. So he had a blast. He had so much fun playing in the snow and bouncing around in it and sitting in it. You saw the one video where he was literally just sitting in the snow. So he truly had a blast, which was super cute. But yeah, there's still quite a bit of snow. Like I said, it's kind of crazy that it's like 60 degrees and there's still so much snow. This is probably the area where there's the most amount of snow still. And it's because it's very shaded. You know, we're obviously in winter, so the sun doesn't get like right above me. It kind of goes to the side there. So the chickens also did not like it. They are Floridians and they hated the snow. I'm like dying laughing because I'm like, you guys are so funny. I just can't handle them literally hating the snow. It was so funny. Hey guys, we're going to take a really quick break and I just want to talk to you a little bit more about how you can help out our nonprofit Exotic Animal Rescue. So the first way that you can help is, of course, with just a cash donation. You guys can donate through PayPal. You can donate through Venmo. You can always contact me and go through a credit card if you want to do a larger donation. That is also okay as well. Or if you want to sponsor, we have sponsorships. You can find all that information down below in the link in the description. We also have a Bonfire merch store. So our merch store, you guys can see I'm wearing our YouTube SWC hoodie. And then this actually is just our generic Sunset Wildlife Connection shirt, but they have really cool tie-dye ones. And there is all kinds of different shirts and different styles. There's an MJ one, there's a Michael J, or sorry, that's the same animal. There's also a Jack one. I have a reptile themed one. So if you're just kind of looking for something specific, there is all kinds of different sizes and all kinds of different styles. There's hats, there's totes, there is youth sizes. So go ahead and check that out if you want to buy something for yourself, and some of the proceeds come back to our animal rescue. There's also a little bitty area where you can add in extra donations if you wanted to donate a little bit extra. We also have an Amazon wish list. That's always a really fun way to help out our nonprofit Exotic Animal Rescue. We always need things like toys, cleaning supplies, food, all kinds of different things. And usually I will show you guys clips of the animals either eating the treats that you bought or maybe using the toys that you bought for them. So you guys can find all of that down below in the link in the description. A free way to help us out is just by watching our videos, by liking, putting a comment below, and then of course subscribe to the channel. Those are free ways that you can help us out. There's also other social medias that we do. We're also on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And all of that again is down below in the link in the description. Thanks guys. So there they are in the back. It's funny because like this they're gonna be scared of, and it like I had to coax them to come back. Are you gonna come look at it? Hi. Oh, see, they're like scared. They're like, oh, look at you. Girls are so brave. Good job, you cute, brave girls. Those are cute girls. They're so funny. So they've been cracking me up, but they are, it looks like they're a little bit more used to it. But they definitely hated it. And I have Angela, the orange one back there. She started laying eggs. So I was like, this is terrible timing. I think you saw in part 1 of the video of the Arctic freeze that she laid her first egg of the season. They usually stop laying in about October, and I don't put lights on my chickens. So a lot of people will put lights on their chickens to get them to lay all year, and I don't do that. I only have them lay naturally. So they stop in October, and then they start again about now till about February. So it kind of depends on the breed of chicken. But they are going to start laying here soon again, which is good because we feed them out to the animals. Obviously, we eat them. I give them sometimes to my dogs. So everybody gets a little bit of love from the chickens. Okay, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the nature trail since I know that we went on the nature trail. Again, a lot of it is melted, but then we'll go check out the parrots and see how they're doing. So this was the nature trail entrance right here. And you can see a lot of the snow has melted back here. Almost all of it. Like if you look into the trees, there's no more. It's actually very green still back here. But there really is not a lot of snow left back here at all. I'm not going to walk the whole nature trail. I'm just going to kind of show you little bits and pieces of it. But yeah, look at that. I mean, little bitty bits of snow, and that's about it. It really melted pretty good back here. There's not much. Just kind of going back to how difficult it has been. You know, a lot of my friends were out playing and I was taking care of the animals. And again, I'm not saying all of this to complain. I just kind of want to express to people that this is a lifestyle, and animal rescue and running an exotic animal rescue is obviously a dream job, but it is very difficult. It's hard. It's exhausting. There are weeks that I do not get a day off. There are a lot of days that are long. I work probably average. I work 12 hours a day. That's from start to finish, just from all of the, you know, taking care of the animals. And then I also do all of the emails. I also book all of the events. So I'm like the event coordinator. I also do all of the advertising. I do all the social media. I do all my own editing. Like I do a lot of work to be able to maintain and house these animals. So it is a lifestyle for sure. I know I say that a lot in a lot of the videos. And again, I know it's a beautiful job and it's glorified and I love it and I would never do anything else, but it is a lot of hard work. So I have all of this is freezing or melting, and it's like puddling up over here. And then this like ice was from last night still. So it is probably, I don't think it's supposed to freeze again tonight, but we've had to like leave out the hoses so that the hoses will dry out. It's been literally wild, but like look at how much water there still is. And all of this is dripping down from the roof. So it's pretty like slushy and crazy still, honestly. It's pretty wild. Okay, so we still have this set up for the parrots. I might take it down and put it back up tomorrow because, well, again, we have that birthday party and I want the birthday party to have this fully open. But this is where the parrots are. They are fully back outside. I'll show you guys a little clip, or you guys saw a little clip earlier of the parrots being inside. And I did do a full prep video if you guys want to check that out. That is on one of the playlists, and I'll put it in the description as well if you guys want to watch the parrots being prepped. It was a lot of work, and oh my gosh, it was loud. You guys saw that we have Pepper, which is a cockatiel indoors, but that's the only inside bird. The rest of these 7 parrots stay outside full time, and they were so loud. Tuesday was the only day, luckily, that they had to be inside all day because it never got above freezing the day of the storm. So that was the only day that was kind of hard to just make sure that they got plenty of enrichment. We put on tons of Disney movies for them. So we did a ton for the parrots, but Luckily, during the day, for the most part, they could go outside to give them some time to stretch and have their wings open and, you know, play with enrichment out here and move around a little bit more. But it was so loud at night. I'm so excited to not have them. And it was just so much. Like, you guys saw how crazy with Spike indoors and all that. It was just like literally wild. And I'll show you guys Spike in a minute. And I'm talking to my vet more about him, but I'll explain that in a sec. Mr. Titan also stayed indoors, only on Tuesday that one day. Otherwise, he was out during the day. And then he did come in at night every single night. Well, it was in the freezing temperatures. Just because, one, I didn't want him to have to fight for warmth. And then, two, I also didn't want any kind of predator to try to get to him. Because I'm sure predators are pretty hungry as well. Because they were also shivering and trying to stay warm during how crazy that was. So I just do not want to risk anything. And he's also getting neutered. I think I might have said that in another video, but he's getting neutered on the 6th of February. So I'll show you guys like a little short or something of taking him in and getting him fixed. Yeah, getting you fixed. Yeah, good boy. You are. I'm supposed to talk about Spike, but look there's a ferret here.
It's not a porcupine.
That's not a porcupine. Why are you in here? I'm gonna reach up and look. You're so weird. Well, Spike is still in here. He's locked in there because the ferrets are playing right now. There's Coco. But Spike is doing well. His limp is better, and he's definitely not as sick as he was when he first came inside. I'm just keeping him in while it's still pretty cold outside, and then I wanted him to be in a smaller space to try to kind of heal that leg. I'm still, like I said, talking to our vet about possibly getting him some kind of a pain med and possibly something with arthritis. That's what she thinks that it might be, is something with arthritis. He is about halfway through his life, and because he was an ex-show animal, then that usually means that it might be something arthritic. All right, well, that was a pretty fun video, just kind of checking out what the sanctuary looks like days after that crazy blizzard. We did get a ton of water, so I guess that's good. Everything can be nice and hydrated now. But again, if you guys want to help support our channel, please make sure you put a comment below. That will help the algorithm to push it out to more animal lovers just like you. And then please smash that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, so the next time that we post content, you guys will be the first ones to be notified. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.